press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, hi. Okay, today's class we are going to see about the major landforms. So, in the previous classes we have studied that our Earth is a unique planet because it has air, water and also land masses. It has everything which supports a life or a living thing. That is why it is known as a unique planet in the whole solar system. So now we are going to find out what are the landforms and what is landform, what are different types of landform. Those things we are going to study in the today's class. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system that supports the life. It is made up of land masses and the water bodies. So, our Earth, it is made up of land masses and water bodies. Alright, yes, our Earth is made up of land masses as well as the water bodies. In the previous class, we have learned that 3/4 of the Earth's surface is of water or water bodies. So, only the 1/4 of the percent is covered with the land, but the 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with the water bodies. Yes, about 29% of the Earth's surface is land and about the 71% is under the water. As I said already, 3/4%, that is 71% of the Earth masses is about the water bodies and the 29% of the Earth masses is about the land masses. So, Earth's surface contain a land masses as well as the water bodies. In that 71% is about the water bodies and the 29% is about the land masses. So, we will see the next. The surface of the Earth is not uniform. In the previous classes, we have seen that Earth is having a irregular masses. Earth is having a irregular plateaus, mountains, many valleys. So, it contains a irregular masses. It is not uniform all over the surface. It contains a irregular masses. Okay. Some parts of the flat while some are raised. On the Earth's surface, some parts will be very flat and some will be raised. So, this is not a uniform. Okay. This variation in physical features is called as a relief. So, here the word relief comes. What is mean by relief? Relief means this relief means variations in the land surfaces because variation in the physical features of a Earth's surface. Variation in the physical features of a Earth's surface. Okay. Now, relief means variations in the physical features of the Earth's surface. Right? Yes. Variations in the physical features of a Earth's surface. What are the physical features? it may be a mountain, a valleys or a land which is flat in some area and which is raised in some of the areas. So, this kind of variation which is irregular, this is known as a relief. Variations in the physical features of a earth masses or a earth surface. Okay. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಥರ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅರ್ಥದ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಥರ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ variations in the physical features of a earth surface is known as a relief. Got it? Yes. The main relief features on the earth include mountains, plateaus, plains, desert and the rivers. So, as I mentioned, what are the physical features? There are some main physical features of the earth. Those are mountains, plateaus and what else? Deserts. What else? Rivers and the plains. So these are the main physical features of a earth surface. So the variation in these physical features of a earth surface is known as the relief. Have you understood this? Yes. So the relief means the variations in the physical features of a earth surface. What are physical features? Mountains, plateaus, deserts, rivers and the plains. So these are some of the main physical features. Variation in these physical features is known as the relief, because earth is not uniform. It is plain at one surface and it is raised at one surface. That is why we can see irregular variations on the earth surface in these physical features. So this is known as a relief. Relief means ಈ ಥರ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಯೂಸ್, ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್, ರಿವರ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ರಿವರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಥರ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರಿಲೀಫ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಎಸ್. So, we'll see each and every physical features in detail. First, we'll see about the mountains. So, now you know what is relief. Now, we'll see about the mountains. Mountain is one of the main physical features of a earth. Mountains, okay. The mountains are the elevated parts of the earth surface which is having some height or some elevation, okay. So the mountains are the elevated parts of which is having elevated means which is having some height, okay, some elevation. So these are the elevated parts of a earth surface. They are about 900 meters higher than the surrounding area. See, this is the land. From here to here it will be about the 900 meter height. So these mountains will be of 900 meter higher than the surrounding area. Understood? They will be very much high. They will be in a very much height. That means they will be in a high elevations. That means about 900 meter height than the other surrounding surfaces. Okay. The mountains have a steep slope, sharp edges and the peaks. So these mountains, they have a steep slope and the sharp edges. See, this is the steep, means full ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಚೂಪಾದ ಈ ಥರ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ. Okay, this is steep slope and it contain a sharp edges. This is the edge, right? It contain a very sharp edges and the peaks. It contain a peaks, sharp peaks as well as the edges. Understood? Yes. Then they are the highest landforms on the surface of the earth. So these are called as the highest landforms on the surface of the earth. So these are situated on a land. So it is one of the landform, and these are the highest landforms situated on a earth surface. Okay, they cover more than 20% of the total land area of the earth. So these mountains cover total about 20% of the total land area. We know that on the earth's surface we have total about 29% of land area. In this 29%, 20% is about the mountains. Okay, so these mountains cover about the 20% of the total land area. So this land area we take it as 100, and here we can see about 20% of mountains. So we know that these mountains cover about the 20% of the total land area. Okay. So if I have to tell in Kannada, what means these mountains, ee mountain galu ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ 900 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅವು 900 ಮೀಟರ್ನಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಅವು ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಎಡ್ಜಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೀಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟೀಪ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತವೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವ ನಮ್ಮ ಅರ್ತ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಅಂದರೆ 1/4 ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ 29% ಈಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 20% ಅಷ್ಟು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 20% ಅಷ್ಟು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್. At the first sight, all the mountains look alike. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್. Okay? They differ in height and the shape. They have very steep slopes. Their peaks are conical. So these have a steep slope. Their peaks, they may be a conical like this. Okay. or it may be a rounded. Okay, so the peaks may be conical or rounded. All these variations depend upon the age of the mountain. So all these steepy slope and the conical peaks or the round peaks, everything will depend upon the age of the mountains. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ದೂರದಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅವು ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್, ತನ್ನದೇ ಒಂದು ಶೇಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವುಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಶೇಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅವುಗಳು ಒಂದು ತುತ್ತ ತುದಿ ಐದರ್ ಕಾನಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ರೌಂಡ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಈ ಥರ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಏಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ದು ಏಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸ್ ಆರ್ high and have a sharp conical peaks. So the mountain features are dependent upon the age of the mountains. The young mountains like the what? Like the Himalayas, they have a conical peaks and the sharp edges. Okay, they have a sharp conical peaks and they are very height. So there are two types of mountains. These mountains, they are two types: young mountain and the old mountain. Okay, there are two types of mountains: young mountains and the old mountains. These young mountain example is Himalayas. Example for the young mountain is Himalayas. So these young mountain, they are having a much height and they are having a conical sharp peaks. But old mountains like the Aravali Hills. Old example is Aravali Hills. Aravali are low and have a round peaks. So there are two types of mountains: young mountain and the old mountain. The young mountain example is Himalaya and for the old mountain example is Aravali. These young mountains, that is Himalayas, they have a very much height and they are having a conical sharp peaks. But old mountains like Aravali mountains, they are smaller in height and are having a round peaks. Okay, so these are having a round peaks. Then when a number of mountains join together, they form a long range of mountains. The important mountain ranges are Himalayas in the Asia and the Andes in the South America and the Rockies in the North America. So when these many mountains, so this is one mountain, this kind of many other mountains when they join together, that is known as a range of mountains. Okay, when they form so many mountains join together, that is known as a range of mountains. And there are high range of mountains, that is Himalayas in the Asia and the Andes in the South America and Rockies in the North America. So, Himalayas in Asia and Andes in South America and Rockies in North America. So these are the highest range of mountains. Range of mountains means when many mountains join together, that is known as a range of mountains. So highest range of mountains in Asia is Himalayas, and in South America that is Andes, and in the North America that is Rockies. So those are the highest ranges of mountains in our Earth's surface. So we have seen that mountains are the highest land masses on our Earth's surface. Till now, what we have seen? Mountain. These mountains are the highest land masses or a land forms. It is one of the land form, right? These are the highest land forms on a Earth's surface. These may be of this will be of 900 meter height from the surroundings, and these mountains will be in different shape and the size and also height. This shape and the height varies with the age, where depending upon the age, these mountains can be divided into young mountains and the old mountains. So the young mountains example is Himalayas, where young mountains will be having a highest peaks, and that peak will be conical or a sharp edge. But old mountains, example Aravali Hills, they will be having a lowest or a small height, and they will have a round peak. Okay, and these mountains, many mountains join together to form a range of mountains. So there are three main range of mountains, that is Himalayas in the Asia, and Andes in the South America, and the Rockies in the North America. So we have seen about the mountains. Mountains often have a series of parallel ranges which may extend for hundreds of kilometers. So these mountains, they have many such mountain series. They can extend up to 100 kilometers. Okay, they will have like this parallel series of ranges, okay, which will extend up to 100 kilometers. Okay, if I say it in Kannada, mountain anta andre avu ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ಗಿನ್ನ 900 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳೇ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸಸ್, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸಸ್. ಇವುಗಳು ಶೇಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೈಜ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಅವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ವೇರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಏಜ್ ಅವು ವೇರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಯಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್. ಯಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಾಸ್, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗೆ ಅರಾವಳೀಸ್. ಯಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವು ತುಂಬ ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿರ್ತವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಪೀಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಬಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ರೌಂಡ್ ಪೀಕ್ಸ್. Okay, so such kind of many mountains join together to form a range. ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಈ ತರ ಮೆನಿ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. These are the three famous ranges: Himalayas in Asia, Andes in South America, and the Rockies in North America. So okay, these ಈ ತರ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ರೇಂಜಸ್ ಅವು 100 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. The climate in the mountains is cooler than that in the plains. So climate on these mountains, it will be very cooler than that in the plains. Okay, climate in mountains ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತಲಿನ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟು ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, then peaks of some mountains remain under the ice and the snow throughout the year. So the peaks of some of the mountains will remain in a snow throughout the year. They will remain in a snow and ice throughout the year. ಒಂದು ಪೂರಾ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳ ಪೀಕ್ ಐಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೋಟ್ ಸ್ನೋ ಇಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಆನ್ ದ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ because they have thin soil cover. Okay, here it is very difficult to grow crops on a mountains because it is having a thin cover of soil. We know that soil is very essential to grow the crops on a land, but here we are having a thin sheet of land. That is why it is very difficult to grow the crops on a mountain. Okay, these regions are also thinly populated because unsuitable climate, shortage of the flat land and lack of roads. Okay, and these mountains, they are thinly populated, means because it is having a unsuitable climate. It is having a very cold climate which is not suitable for the normal human beings to live on here. That is why we can see a thin population, less population, and also flat land won't be there to build the houses. That is also one of the reason for less population, and also the roads won't be there. That is also a reason for a less population. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ಗಿಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಐಸ್ಗಳಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ವರ್ಷ. ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಜನ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಶೀತಲ ವಾತಾವರಣ, ತುಂಬ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಬದುಕೋಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೀಪಿ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಜನ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ತೆಳ್ಳನೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರು ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ಲು ಬಂಡೆಗಳು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಭಾಳ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಥಿನ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಥಿನ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Even so, the mountains are important in many ways. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆನಿ ವೇಸ್. ಹೆಂಗೆ? We'll see. Health and the tourist resort have developed in the mountains because of the cool and the healthy climate. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಲ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ರೆಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಮ್ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, rivers originating from the mountains provide water for irrigation and for other needs of people living near them. The rivers which flow in these mountains will provide the water for the people in that place. The mountains act as a barriers and do not permit hot and the cold winds to enter the area. So these mountains, they will act as a barriers. So these will protect us from the hot and the cold winds which are coming to that area. They will protect that area from the hot and the cold winds. In okay, mountain rocks are widely used as a building material. These mountain rocks present in these mountains, they are widely used as a building material. Okay, the slopes of the mountains have thick forest and the rich grasslands. Some mountains have a rich deposit of minerals. Some mountains have a minerals in it. Some mountains have a rich deposit of minerals and also have a thick forest and some grasslands. Even though mountains do ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ತುಂಬ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಏರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೂಲ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೆಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ರೆಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹರಿತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನದಿಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀರನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೋಡೆಗಳಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇವು ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಗೋಡೆಗಳ ಥರ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋತವೆ. ಆ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಆ ಹಾಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಂದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಬಿಗ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಅಬಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಿನರಲ್ಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಮ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್. So now we have seen a main physical features of earth or a biggest land mass on a landform on a earth surface. So we'll wind up today's class and we'll continue the class in the next classes. Thank you.